December 7, 1941. The Japanese unleash a devastating attack against Pearl Harbor, dealing a painful blow to the Pacific Fleet. More than 2,000 American servicemen perish while attempting to repel the onslaught. And although the attack fails to knock out the strategically important aircraft carriers, it succeeds in shaking the American people to the core. Entering the war is no longer a choice. It is a necessity. On December 11, Nazi Germany declares war against the United States. Just a few days later, Operation Paukenschlag is put in motion by the commander of U-boats, Karl Dönitz. This long-range operation is an attempt to cripple the U.S. merchant fleet, which holds a key role in supplying Great Britain in its struggle against Hitler. All along the U.S. East Coast, German U-boats sink hundreds of American tankers and cargo ships, slowly tightening the noose around the neck of Great Britain. It is clear that without American support to their war effort, Britain's survival will be measured not in months, but in weeks. With the majority of its might focused on fighting the Japanese in the Pacific, the U.S. Navy is left with very few anti-submarine vessels available for the Atlantic theater, not even remotely enough to introduce an efficient convoy system that could protect the merchant fleet from the U-boats. The bloodbath continues for months, and the fire from burning tankers becomes a common sight from the shores of the East Coast. The survival of Great Britain now hangs by a thread. Finally, in May 1942, the U.S. Navy manages to muster enough anti-submarine ships to put the convoy system into effect. Now, with the help of the Royal Canadian Navy, merchant ships are escorted along the U.S. coast to form convoys around Newfoundland. Only then are they ready, having been joined by their guardian angels, to set out on the perilous journey across the Atlantic. At last, the steel wolves of Dönitz will be facing a challenge. They are about to meet a whole new breed of enemy. Fast, maneuverable, and more than capable of sending a submarine to the bottom. The Fletcher-class destroyer.
Ahoy Maloy. And so it begins. The hunt for Red October. No, folks. This is CPG and I'm D-Cypher. Sorry, I'm getting stuck over my own words. And this is Destroyer, the U-boat hunter. This is kind of a simulation / naval combat game. Takes place in the World War II. I played a little bit of it and I will let you know I'm very bad at it, but we're going to go through the tutorial and we'll do a small battle just to see how things go. This was developed by Iron Wolf Studio and the publisher is Daedalic Entertainment. Here's the brief description of it. It says, Destroyer, the U-boat hunter, brings you in an authentic and historically accurate destroyer simulation along with gripping anti-submarine warfare set in the turmoils of the Atlantic Ocean during World War II. And yeah, I will say, before we even get to the actual video, it was crazy. It was very realistic, which made it hard for me because I'm like, oh man, I need to dumb down. I need an easy mode. You go see during the tutorial. Actually, you will see during start battle where I'm chasing the submarine and can't hit it. But yeah, here's tutorial. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Mind you, folks, I said I'm bad at the game, so if it looks crazy me doing it, if this is your kind of thing, definitely you're gonna love it. I love simulation games, but dang if this wasn't too realistic for me. This simulation was accurate, but I love those simulation style games. And now I want to see that movie, The Hunt for Red October. I spoke it up. I spoke it into existence.
The Battle of the Atlantic took place in the 1940s. During that time, most U-boats were still diesel-electric and so could not stay submerged for prolonged periods of time. Therefore, you're very likely to detect them on the surface using radar before they close in for the attack. Once a U-boat submerges, you can no longer detect it using radar, and you will have to use sonar instead. Unlike radar, the sonar of the 1940s had to be pointed in the appropriate direction in order to detect the enemy. Bear that in mind when you lose radar contact with the enemy, and, most importantly, remember this. Radar works only for surfaced contacts, while sonar works only for submerged contacts. Last but not least, The 1940 sonar also has a dead zone right under your destroyer, which is crucial to remember. The most important thing you need to understand, however, is that everything at sea is ruled by the compass. Consequently, every instrument, report, and command also refers to it. It works just like the clock, with 000 or 360 at the top, 090 on the right, 180 at the bottom, and 270 on the left. These three-digit codes are called bearings, and they refer to the cardinal points. 000 or 360 is the north, 090 is the east, 180 is the south, and 270 is the west. So, if there is a contact at bearing 090, it means that it is located east of our position. This system allows the crew to quickly exchange information regarding where the enemy has been detected, what course to take, and so on. Once you understand it, it quickly becomes second nature. In summary, the most important information for you will always be the position of the currently tracked enemy, which is given in bearings, which direction, and ranges, how far away from your position. The last thing you need to know is how to execute a successful depth charge attack. The problem consists in hitting a moving object in 3D space with a weapon that has a considerable delay between being fired and hitting the target. In general, the attack has to be made in such a way as to drop the depth charges with a lead ahead of the U-boat's bow. What is more, the depth charge fuse must be set for shallow, medium, or deep. Bear in mind that the deeper you set the fuse, the longer it takes the depth charges to reach the set depth. The optimal time to drop depth charges is calculated by an analog computer called the Tactical Range Recorder. It measures the speed of closing the distance between your destroyer and the target, and will help you to decide when to give the order to fire. Because of that, pay close attention to what the tutorial says about using the TRR, as it will make the difference between success and failure. In reality, the chances of hitting a U-boat with depth charges were rather slim, but due to the devastating effects that even close misses had on the submarine's morale, harassing and suppressing the U-boat was often enough to make its crew abandon further attack attempts, at least for some time. Now that you understand the most essential facts about anti-submarine warfare in the Second World War, you can proceed with the tutorial.
Alright, two immediate thoughts come to mind. One, I like that voice actor. That was a very solid tutorial. Like, I could just watch that tutorial because playing the game is way harder than what he just described. Alright, here we go. Welcome to the tutorial. The bridge is where you'll control the destroyer's maneuvers. Let's start with changing the ship's speed, which you can do through the engine order telegraph. Right now we're sailing ahead 1/3 speed. Click on ahead standard to increase speed.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Yes, that's the way to do it. Observe how our speed is rising from 8 knots to 25 knots. There are more speed options to choose from. However, remember that ahead full and ahead flank you won't be able to use sonar. Okay. So you can still use radar, which is above ground, but you can't use sonar below ground. Keep that in mind. Full steam ahead. You can also control the engine order telegraph from any station by clicking on its representation on the left. That's how I was usually doing it. Or by using the W and S keys to select and enter confirm new speed. So we're going to use the S key and confirm with enter, or click the engine order telegraph and select 1/3 speed.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Well done. Let's see about steering now. The compass is currently showing course 000, that's magnetic north. Courses relate to bearings, so if your course is 000, that means you're heading exactly northward. There are just a few different ways to steer the ship. The first is by means of the helm, which works just like steering the wheel in a car. Click and hold the left mouse button and drag it fully to the left.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Observe how the helm indicator has changed position. Excellent, now we're turning left. Another way to steer is by clicking on the helm indicator. This is very useful for keeping the destroyer turning at a given radius. Try making a 35-degree turn by clicking here.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Observe how the course is changing. That's right here. Now center the helm by clicking 0 and the helm indicator.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
You can also steer from any station by clicking on the helm indicator on the left or by using the A and D keys to select and enter and confirm. So we're going to turn right by either using the D key or and confirming with enter, or by clicking the helm indicator. Again, I use the helm indicator, so I'm just going to do this.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
Rudder 20 degrees right.
It's
Aye,
just,
sir.
yeah, it's just so much faster to do it that way. I do like this. This gives you that simulation and the feeling of actually doing it. But yeah, this was what I was mostly using. All right, well done. Another convenient way to change course is to click on the compass representation on the left. You can either click along the circumference and select the course you wish, or press enter and then type in the course and confirm it by pressing enter again. This can also be done after clicking on the current course. All right, click on the current course, input 010 and press enter.
New course 010.
Course 010. Aye, sir.
Alright, good. Now you know all about maneuvering. Let's get on to attacking. This is where I suck at. Let's do it. Alright, enemy U-boat detected. To attack.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 053. Range 2,900 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 053. Range 2,900 yards. I designate contact able. Time 07.
Alright, cool. Enemy U-boat has been detected. To attack.
Contact able. Now bears
They're going to keep talking. To attack it.
3. Range 2,700 yards.
So I just like listening to it. To attack it first, let's take a look at the targeting bearing icon indicator. This device is extremely useful as it displays our ship's silhouette, the current target's bearing in relation to it, that's on the rotating ring, as well as magnetic north, the 3 lines extending from the center.
Contact able. Now bears 052. Range 2,600 yards.
A quick glance is all you need. If your target bearing is aligned with the bow of the ship's silhouette, then you're steering the right way to pursue your target. Additionally, the radar man is now regularly reporting the target's data. Let's use these coordinates as well as the target bearing indicator to close the distance and get you
Contact able. Now bears 051. Range 2,600 yards. 5-1. Aye, sir.
Alright, so we're going to use that as well as the targeting bearing to close the distance and get within 2,000 yards of the target. Give it a try. Increase your speed and steer so that contact able is in front of you. Listen to the radar man and adjust course to match what he says, or watch the bearing indicator and align the target bearing with the bow.
Contact able. Now bears 050. Range 2,600 yards.
New course 050.
Course 050. Aye, sir. Contact able. Now bears 048. Range 2,500 yards. Aye, sir.
So as soon as they update me on the bearing, I switched my course to that bearing. And you see how the target bearing is right there? That's the bow of the ship. Bow. And then that's north. And then how far? 2,500 yards. Alright.
Contact able. Now bears 046. Range 2,300 yards.
You see how we went 046? Anyway, 2,000. Okay, yeah, we're getting close. 2,300 yards.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye,
Alright.
sir.
Rudder
Well done.
amidships.
Rudder amidships. Contact
Aye, sir.
able.
Maneuver skills
now
1 point.
bears 043.
Yeah, the first time I did it-
1,900 yards.
My maneuvering skills were trash, so hopefully I get better. Alright, in any case, a good tip for beginners is to listen to the bearings given by the radar men and steer accordingly the same course as the given bearing. Following that course is the easiest way to get closer to the enemy. Once you begin approaching, it's time to start tracking the submarine. Let's get it. Before we leave the bridge,
Contact able. Now bears 0.
take a look around, hold left and mouse button.
Range
You can use it almost any station
1,700 yards.
to examine your surroundings. Alright. Right, now let's move to the combat. Information Center and take a look at the equipment used to track the enemy. Alright, the radar shows surface contact, so you may want to take a look at it anytime you need an up-to-date picture of the situation on the surface. You can use the
Contact Able now bears 036. Range 1,700 yards.
You can use the radar to check your position in relation to the convoy as well as your current escort positions and surface U-boat positions. You can zoom in and out by using the scroll wheel and move it around by pressing in the wheel. Oops, pressing in the wheel. There we go.
Contact Able now bears
Click on DRT.
032. Range 1,700 yards.
This thing, I had no idea what I was using. And the Dead Reckoning tracer. Shout out to Dead Reckoning. I only recognized that from that Mission Impossible movie that came out last year. So they got that from submarines, which in the beginning of the Mission Impossible movie, they did have a submarine, so that's where they got it from.
Contact Able now bears 0.
I was going to say, let me fix my course, but it's not going to let me because I'm in tutorial mode.
1,700 yards.
Alright, anyway, the Dead Reckoning tracer will help you plan your maneuvers in relation to the enemy. The moving light under the glass surface represents our destroyer and has bearings on its outer circumference to help you decide which course to take. It says the moving lights. Where's the moving lights?
Contact Able now bears 026. Range 1,700 yards.
Yeah, I don't see no moving lights under the glass surface. Is that this? And its bearings on the outer circumference help you decide which course to take. The dots represent our destroyer's position.
Able
okay.
now bears 0.
And the crosses represent the U-boat position. You can plan maneuvers by observing how the positions change
yards.
in relation to each other with the passage of time. Oh, 007 is when he spotted them. Alright, there are two scales you can switch between. As soon as the enemy is below 1,000 yards, we recommend you switch to the 100 yards.
Contact Able now bears 020. Range 1,800 yards.
You can drag the move light by holding down left button, allowing you to scroll the plot around.
Contact Able now bears 017. Range 1,800 yards.
Still have no idea what I'm doing. Moving this thing around. Trying to figure it out. Alright. Using the DRT manually can be a lot of fun for seasoned naval warfare veterans, but quite difficult for new players, i.e. me. Therefore, the DRT auto plot is active by default.
Contact Able now bears 014. Range 1,900 yards.
And you can always turn it off. To learn more about it, blah blah blah. Alright, now that you know all about the DRT, we can proceed with shooting the guns. This is the best part. Well, actually, the second best part. Alright, the director has the optics and radar system to control the main 5-inch gun battery. You can look around the box by holding the mouse button and moving the camera around. Shooting that surface U-boat will cause it to dive. You can even damage it with a bit of luck, but most U-boat captains will order a crash dive the moment you start firing. Let's fire a few rounds. Click on radar aim to aim at the gun battery at the currently engaged target.
Contact Able now bears 009er. Range 1,900 yards.
You may
Start
fire
contact.
when
Target
ready.
acquired. Fire. Target 007. Range 2,000 yards.
So fun to do that. Alright, you can also change ammunition and fire star shells into the air. Star shells are illumination rounds that are used to increase your lookout's range of vision. If you can't find a U-boat with radar or sonar, but suspect that it's somewhere close and close by and preparing for attack, you can try launching a few
range 2,000
star
yards.
shells. Chances are that your lookouts will spot the periscope feather and save the day.
Load illumination round.
You may fire when ready.
Illuminate 005.
Contact Able now bears 004. Range 2,000 yards.
Target bearing 003. Range 2,000 yards.
Last but not least is the searchlight. You can turn it on and off and it will illuminate the enemy periscope for the lookouts, assuming you can find it. Once you illuminate the periscope, the searchlight will snap to it and you'll receive reports from the lookouts for as long as they can see it. Now that you know how to use your gun director,
Target
we'll
bearing.
move to the
0.
sonar
Bearing
room.
steady.
Range.
Alright,
1,000.
here's where I was trash at. Sonar. Gotta listen out for it. Alright, let's take a look at the sonar console. The thing to note here is the round plate with bearings that you can use to control your sonar's head. Simply click on the sonar indicator and drag it to rotate it left or right. This lets you choose which direction to send your pings.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 359. Range 2,100 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 359. Range 2,100 yards. Combat
Sorry,
sonar.
listening to
Contact.
that.
Able.
It just keeps going.
Now bears.
Alright, let's try searching for a contact. If you find a U-boat sonar operator will immediately start reporting on it.
100
He'll
yards.
keep tracking the
Combat
target for as long
sonar.
as possible.
Contact.
Oh,
Able.
that's
now
what he's
bears
doing.
357. Range 2,100 yards. Bearing steady.
Sorry, I was reading it, but you got it. I'm listening out for it. More effective way to find a U-boat is to order
Combat
it.
sonar. Lost contact.
90
Able.
degree or 180
Last
degree
bearing.
search arc.
3,
This is much
5,
more convenient
7.
than searching
Last
manually,
range.
but remember that you still need to set the
1,900
direction
yards.
of the indicator first, and then order a search arc. All right.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc 299 through 029.
Combat sonar. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 353. Range 2,000 yards.
Well, I think I'm starting to get it now, because then I would just update my thing right here. Okay, all right. So the sonar indicator will now continue moving left to right with each ping. Click this button to change the direction and the indicator. Oh. Now let's set up a wider search.
Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search. 3, 1.
Combat sonar.
2,
Lost
1,
contact.
3,
Able.
6.
Last bearing. 353.
Oh, I'm starting
Last
to get
range.
it now.
1,900
So yes, we've got
yards.
something that's probably the one
Combat
we
sonar.
spotted on the
Regain
surface.
contact.
Yeah,
Able.
alright, so it found
bearing
it
0,
at 40
3,
or 37.
7. Range 900 yards.
It's probably the one we
Active
spotted on the
search.
surface.
3, 1,
Now observe the
6
window in the upper right
through
part of the console.
1,
Is that
3,
this?
6. Aye, sir.
Where is it at? This is a small
Combat
tactical
sonar.
range.
Contact. Able.
Not sure
now
what that
bears
means.
0, 3, 4. Range 800 yards. Bearing
Oh,
steady.
small tactical range recorder, the TRR. By looking at it, you can see whether you're going towards or away from the target. If the graph is leaning to the left, we're getting closer. So it is leaning to the left, so we are getting closer. Okay.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Yep, and
Able.
he's reporting
now
on it
bears
too.
0, 2, 9.
If the graph is
range
leaning to the right, we're
700
moving further
yards.
away.
Very strong propeller noise.
The last important element is the round CRT display on the left. This part I didn't get. Here you can observe the bearing drift, i.e. how strongly the target is moving left or right. While this isn't crucial information, it can help you determine your next maneuver. Okay.
Combat sonar. Contact.
I understand
Able.
sonar a
now
little bit
bears
more.
0, 2, 4. Range 700 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
And then I can get my depth charges. Let's go. Alright, I'm getting it now. Alright, the last option at the sonar station is your bearing mode. Either true or relative. Oh, I don't like messing with that. The default is true bearing mode, where 000 is always north. However,
Combat
when you
sonar.
switch to relative
Contact.
bearings,
Able.
the ship's
now
bow
bears
becomes
0,
the 000,
1,
and all
8.
bearings are given
Range
in relation to
600 yards.
it. Relative
Estimated
bearings are very
depth shallow.
convenient. Oh, once you start approaching the target, but you do not have to use that option. You prefer to stick with true bearings. So what do I have it on right now? Oh, you can't switch it. I don't even know what I'm using right now, but okay.
Combat sonar. Contact.
All right,
Able.
before we, I think
now
I'm
bears
using relative.
0, 1, 1. Range
All right, before we leave sonar
600
room,
yards.
please remember that
Combat
the sonar
sonar.
won't work at
Contact.
speeds
Able.
above.
Now bears 0, 1,
above the head
0.
standard.
Range
Click on combat
600 yards.
Let's
Combat
see the
sonar.
next piece of
Contact.
equipment.
Able. Now bears 0, 0, 7. Range 600 yards. Bearing steady.
Getting close, getting close. All right, we're back in combat, and we're now going to take a look at the own ship's course and bearing projection. This is the OSC. This device is somewhat similar to the bearing indicator you learned about on the bridge. Here, however, you can...
Combat sonar. Contact. Able.
I see.
Now bears 3, 5, 8. Range 500 yards. Bearings drifting left.
Alright, however, you can mark the current U-boat position in order to track how it is changing in time in relation to your destroyer. Because of that, the OSC is very useful during the last stages of the attack. The line extended from the center of the ship's silhouette marks where the sonar is pointing. Okay. Therefore,
Combat
whenever the sonar has a contact, you can immediately see
now
which
bears
direction is
3,
located.
5,
In terms of
0,
distance, each ring
range,
denotes 100
yards. Bearing steady.
This device, just like DRT, can be used manually or in the auto plot mode. Auto plot mode is turned on by default, so you can concentrate 100% on your maneuvers. That's very helpful for me. If you wish to deactivate it, press escape, blah, 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 blah. Now that you can track the enemy at close range, let's learn how to arm and fire depth charges.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Let's go.
Able. Now bears
Sonar,
3,
calculate the time
4,
of fire.
0. Range.
500 yards. Wake on right cut.
Alright, this is the tactical range radar. The tactical range recorder, requires 2 pieces of information to work. The speed of your destroyer and the depth of the U-boat. These 2 parameters need to be set on the scale here. Wait, how do I
Combat
do
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 3, 1. Range 500 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Alright, so wait, we're heading towards the U-boat. The course and speed have been set automatically for the purpose of this tutorial. I hope it's always set, because I don't know how to set that. Alright, in order to drop depth charges, we must first ready them.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 2, 3. Range 600 yards.
Depth charges
Wake
being
on
armed
right
will take
cut.
a while if
Ready
necessary
depth
to change
charges.
the parameters
Shallow
before
pattern.
launching the barrage. As with a lot of devices in the game, the TRR works automatically, thank you, by default. Once depth and speed are set, you should rotate the transparent plexiglass piece so that
Combat
its red
sonar.
lines align
Contact.
with the graph
Able.
drawn
Now
by
bears
the thing.
3,
Wait,
1,
what?
6.
Try rotating
Range
plexiglass
600
piece
yards.
first.
Very strong propeller noise.
So it says, rotate the transparent plexiglass piece so that its red lines align with the graph drawn by the T. Yeah, but I got a crazy line. Alright, the plexiglass
Combat
piece
sonar.
has
Contact.
to be aligned
Able.
with the graph
Now
this way
bears
for the
3,
purpose of the tutorial.
0,
This has been done
9.
automatically so you can see
Range
how to do it
600
correctly.
yards. Very strong propeller noise.
So is it goes by this bottom piece? I guess. I thought it starts from the top.
All engines ahead. 2/3.
All engines ahead, 2/3. Aye, sir.
Wait until fire now and then press the button on the left. Okay.
Combat sonar. Contact.
go.
Able. Now bears 0, 4, 6. Range 500 yards. Bearing steady.
Alright. Oh, thank God that moved on its own. Are we at fire? Tell me when to fire. And then give the order to fire
Combat
as soon as the
sonar.
grass left
Contact.
side shows
Able.
beneath the
Now
fire
bears
dotted line.
0, 4, 6.
Oh, that's right here, as
Range
soon as it goes beneath
300
it.
yards.
Okay, I got you.
Estimated depth shallow.
Come on. So as soon as the graph's left
Combat sonar.
side
Contact.
shows
Able.
beneath the
Now
dotted
bears
fire
0,
line.
4, 5. Range 100 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
2. Fire, 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 fire.
Fire 1.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able.
Fire
Last
2.
bearing 0, 4, 5.
where-
Last range 100 yards.
Did it hit?
Fire 3.
Oh, near hit. Regular damage. Hey, hey, that's right. Regular damage. Let's go. Near hit. Oh, there go my 2 right there. Alright, that was a good attack. You can observe the results in the depth charge camera window in the top right corner of the screen. You can also disable this view for more realism. No, I need that. And you can toggle the damage info on and off. Yeah. Alright, let's move to the lookout stations. These posts give you the best view for maneuvering when you're in close range to the convoy.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing
up.
271. Range 3,500 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 271. Range 3,500 500 yards. I designate contact Baker. Time 0:25.
All right, they said it's good for use when you're in close range. These lookouts will warn you of possible collisions. They can also spot periscopes and torpedo wakes if visibility permits, and they also report on oil slicks and debris, which are signs of a hit scored against a U-boat. At night, your star shells and searchlight from the gun director can increase their effective spotting range. You can move freely around by holding the left mouse button and moving around. You can also zoom in and out by clicking the binoculars button. So let's see. Ooh, I don't like this. It's too close. So that's Abel. Where's Baker? Baker is... Oh, I thought they found Baker. There it is. Oh, I can't see nothing anyway. Alright. Alright, let's get back to the combat. The next station will allow you to choose between all your detected contacts. This station lists all the enemy contacts that have been detected so far, as well as their most recent information. This can be quite useful, especially if you've lost contact and want to reestablish it later. So yeah, A, I know you're underground high and like a little bum, and then B, you're on radar, so you're somewhere range. Oh, you definitely focus on A right now. This is where you'll select the contact you wish to engage. This contact will be reported on regularly. Any remaining contacts will be reported on only when the contact is lost or regained, or when attacks have been made. Moreover, the DRT and OSC stations will track only the selected contact, and the gun director will target it when you engage radar aim. Got it. As you can see, we have 2 contacts already. We're going to select Baker. Good. We are now focusing on contact Baker, so all regular reporting and plotting.
Contact Baker now bears 269er, range 4,200 yards.
So just remember to always select the contact you wish to engage here. Alright, let's see about tactical situation.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 195, range 2,800 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 195, range 2,800 yards. I designate contact Charlie. Time 0:28.
Alright, so we got Abel, Baker, and Charlie.
Contact Baker now bears 269er, range 4,400 yards.
They're all there trying to attack me, and then this is my gang right here, Antler, Mountie, and Maple. And then this is the convoy we're trying to protect. The tactical situation shows the big picture and allows you to command the remaining assets in your force. Our destroyer's call sign is Bloodhound. Antler, Mountie, and Hockey. Antler, Mountie, Hockey, and Maple are the remaining escorts, and Black Cat is your air support.
269er, range 4,600 yards.
And depending on the size of the battle, all 4 remaining escorts may not be present. Our destroyer, Bloodhound, is located in the center. Yep. Your escort units are yellow circles, and convoy ships are represented by yellow dots. Enemy U-boats will appear as red crosses along with their
Contact Baker now bears 269er, range 4,700 yards.
They will appear as red crosses along with their letter and the position that was plotted. Note that the station is updated once every 60 seconds, representing that a single person would need to draw out all the updated positions by hand. To command an escorted unit, first click on it, select it, then either click anywhere on the board to relocate the ship to that location, or click on the latest enemy position to attack that contact.
Subsided east 4 miles from convoy.
So we're going to take Antler
reporting.
and then
Bloodhound,
move it to a
this is
different
Black
position.
Cat. Air
Click
support
on Antler,
on
then click
station.
here to relocate it. Click where? Right next to it?
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to station. Bearing 022, range 3,000 yards. From guide.
Roger.
Barely
Antler
moved.
maneuvering to station bearing 022, range 3,000 yards from guide.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Subsided northeast 4 miles from convoy.
Alright. So Mountie
Mountie reporting.
is going to attack B.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact. Baker.
Roger. Mountie attacking contact. Baker.
Alright, additionally, when you select an escort unit, you can adjust its sonar, tongue-tied, search arc by clicking on it to change its width, or by dragging it with the left and mouse buttons pressed to change its directions. So select Maple and adjust its search arc as shown.
Maple, reporting.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Subsighted, northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
Alright, so Maple's searching the area, search arc. Adjusting the search arc will come in handy if you need to find a lost contact. Got it, that makes sense. If you attack a single contact with 2 escort ships or assist another escort ship in the hunt, the chance of success rises exponentially. A well-coordinated attack can be much more effective as the 2 ships exchange plotting information if any of them lose contact with their target. But it's important to watch out for collisions and to avoid concentrating too much of your force on a single enemy. That's the problem that I had ran into.
This is Black Cat. Subsighted, northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
Alright, the last asset at your disposal is air support. It is your guardian angel, and depending on how you use it, it can make the difference between victory and defeat. Air support is your fastest unit, and it poses a huge threat to the U-boats. It can execute a single depth charge attack, but once the payload has been dropped, it can still harass U-boats with its machine guns. Its presence alone will make U-boats dive to avoid potential attacks, slowing them down and denying them freedom of operation.
Bloodhound,
nice, like it.
This is Black Cat. Subsighted, northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
Alright, so Black Cat, that's my aerial support, and we're going to relocate it
Black Cat reporting.
here.
Roger. Black Cat on the way to patrol area ahead of convoy.
So let's attack C.
Black Cat, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact, Charlie.
Roger. Black Cat attacking contact. Charlie. Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Engaging sub.
Lost contact. Charlie, last bearing 219er. Last range 3,400 yards.
So Charlie ran. Alright, the downside.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Periscope feather sighted. Northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
The downside of air support is that it's only available for a limited period of time. Pay close attention to the radio traffic and watch out for messages from Black Cat. Black Cat is attacking Charlie, thank you. It will let you know when it's approaching your convoy, so you can take that into consideration when you're planning your surface escort attacks. Let's go.
We've lost Sergeant Sullivan. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Ooh, who's Sullivan? Who did we lose?
Sergeant Sullivan has been torpedoed and is taking on water.
Where, Antler, Mountie, Maple. Looks like we're good besides that ship right there. Alright, you can also pick up survivors from Merchant...
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Periscope feather sighted. Northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
Merchant ships that you have lost. This allows you to reclaim half the points that you would have lost when the merchant ship was sunk. Picking up survivors can be done both by your destroyer as well as other escorts. Survivors are marked on the tactical view by a green dot. Oh, that's okay, got it. With the life bar to represent their status. To pick up survivors, approach them carefully and stop your destroyer within 150 yards of them. A progress bar will appear to let you know that your rescue operation is in progress. Be careful not to ram the people you're trying to
Bloodhound,
save.
this is Black Cat. Periscope feather sighted. Northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
If you leave the survivors in the water, some of them will inevitably drown. This is represented by the survivor's health bar underneath the green. Well, it looks like it's above the green right here. The quicker you take the survivor men out of the water, the better chance you have of regaining your lost points. Alright, let me help them. Survivors can also be rescued by remaining escorts. In order to give orders to rescue survivors, select an escort and click on the survivors marked. Okay, select an escort.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat.
It says select an escort and click on the survivors marked.
Northeast, 4 miles from convoy.
Okay, click on Maple and click on the survivors to rescue them. So, Maple.
Reporting.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from Sergeant Sullivan, bearing 097, range 1,400 yards, from guide.
Roger. Maple searching. Sergeant Sullivan. Position for survivors bearing 097. Range 1,400 yards from guide.
Alright, Maple's helping out. Before we finish, there's one more bit of crucial information that help you throughout the game. If you take a look at all the devices that use the bearing system, you'll see that they all essentially show the same thing. A ring of bearings with your destroyer in the center. Therefore, the most essential skill that you need to learn is to cross-reference and compare data between various stations. For example, if you lose radar or sonar contact, quickly switch over to DRT. Which one was that? Oh, it doesn't let me switch. Okay, and it will tell you where to search with the sonar. When maneuvering around the convoy, you should get in the habit of checking the tactical station and the radar. All of these devices serve different purposes, but they utilize the same system. They're your eyes and ears. Use them well, and you will always know what's going on around you. Ignore them, you'll quickly get lost in the chaos of battle. Alright, let's do it.
There are 3 elements that are absolutely crucial to U-boat tactics: speed, flanking, and the element of surprise. Let's begin with speed. A submerged U-boat is roughly as fast as the convoy, so it cannot effectively catch up on it from behind. It would first need to surface to make more speed, yet at the cost of being attacked by escort gunfire. Therefore, the most dangerous kind of enemy is the clever U-boat captain who approaches submerged from the front of the convoy, maintaining the element of surprise, unless you detect him with the sonar. Most enemy captains, however, will approach the convoy on the surface, for reasons already mentioned in the ASW 101 video. As for flanking, torpedoes had the highest chance of hitting the target when fired at the so-called broadside, i.e. not at the bow or the stern of the target, but at its side, which made for a much larger target. If you allow a U-boat to assume a flanking position within 1,500 yards of the convoy, and give it enough time at periscope depth, they will be able to shoot whole salvos of well-aimed torpedoes, potentially sinking a few merchant ships in one fell swoop. Also, the Wolfpack tactics used by U-boats were based on advantage in numbers in an attempt to swarm and overwhelm the escorts by attacking from multiple directions at the same time. This was supposed to create a shock effect and confuse the escorts by creating chaos and giving them more targets that they could handle at a time. In order to help you prevent that, here is a handful of tactical advice. The best area for U-boats to attack from are the convoy flanks. Prevent them from sneaking into good firing positions, and convoy survivability will rise exponentially. U-boats approaching submerged from the front of the convoy can be a nasty surprise. Whenever possible, maintain at least minimal sonar coverage aimed towards the front of the convoy. If you manage to attack and suppress a U-boat long enough, it will stay submerged and will eventually end up behind the convoy. If that is the case, it will be almost impossible for it to catch up without surfacing, and its threat will have been nullified, at least for some time. Try to attack U-boats as far away from the convoy as possible. However, once they break through, make sure to recall your escorts, close the formation, and aggressively defend the flanks. The U-boats will attempt to exploit any holes in your defenses to get there and fire multiple torpedoes. So if any U-boats break through into this zone, attack them with all your might, or their torpedoes will start to wreak havoc in the convoy. Sooner or later, you will be able to determine the main vector of the attack. Once that happens, relocate more escorts there from the other flank of the convoy as soon as possible. Bear in mind that such formation changes will take a while, so try not to jump the gun, as it may cost you a lot of time later to reverse a bad decision. Whenever possible, attack a U-boat with more than one ship. Also, try coordinating your attacks with other escorts. Just watch out for collisions, and you will be fine. If multiple U-boats break through and swarm the convoy flanks, chaos will ensue and you will start losing ships. Don't panic and stay on your toes, as this is the most difficult time of the battle. When it comes, make sure your escorts are prioritizing the right targets, and try not to get lost in the entanglement. If you make it through this difficult part, you will most likely succeed in suppressing and repelling the enemy. If you start losing ships, don't panic. Check the radar or the tactical station in combat. Deduce where the torpedo may have come from, and make a strong presence in the area to prevent the U-boat from taking further shots on the convoy. Use air support to harass U-boats that are beyond your reach, or quickly relocate it to suppress multiple U-boats when they get dangerously close to the convoy's flank. Remember that air support will force a U-boat to submerge, thus preventing it from firing its torpedoes. Some U-boat captains will submerge and hide under the convoy, or even try to sneak to the other flank. This is a bad situation for you, as it is very dangerous to track and attack U-boats within the convoy due to a high probability of collisions. And lastly, be aggressive and do not let the enemy take the initiative. The longer you hesitate, the more time you are giving the U-boats to reach optimal firing positions and aim their torpedoes. Harass them, never let up, and focus all your assets to the fullest. That concludes the presentation of U-boat and escort tactics.
Alright, I'm ready for a small battle. We're gonna do start battle. I'm gonna do custom. Convoy size. Yeah. Number of AI escorts. I'm gonna have one person have my back. There we go. I don't know the difference. I guess 2 people. 1 in 1 class. Wolfpack size. Let me go up against. Oh, well, I guess 4 people. Yeah. Battle duration. Airsport availability. Put the odds a little bit in my favor. Alright, intense battle between convoy escorts and U-boats. Yeah. Ambush. The convoy encounters a U-boat ambush. I don't like that. Rescue. Yeah, no. Oh, wait, what's this? No, definitely don't want that. That's too hard. Escorts must defend the combat transformation. Endurance. Yeah, right there. Exaggerate it. Make it easy for me. Alright. Let's get some action in, baby. It was so much to learn. I got it around the second time, but still, there's a lot of things to run one of these ships, a destroyer class. And I love the presentation of this game. This game has very good presentation.
Cortron, this is Bloodhound. Possible sub, bearing
352.
range
310.
from Bloodhound.
Roger, Bloodhound. Continue to evaluate your contact and attack if warranted.
Roger, evaluate and prosecute. Bloodhound out.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 352. Range 2,900 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 352. Range 2,900 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Lookouts. Anything at 3, 5, 2.
I see nothing. Bearing 3, 5, 2.
Bloodhound, this is Black.
Contact. Able. Coming in much more strongly. I evaluate as a definite contact.
Captain I.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 351. Range 2,000.
It's like Pearl Harbor.
Yards.
It's like watching
Very
Pearl
strong
Harbor.
propeller noise.
Officer of the deck, set general quarters.
Set general quarters. Aye. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Set conditions zebra throughout the ship.
Stern depth charge detail manned and ready. Main battery ports manned and ready. Engineering officer watch reports engineering manned and ready. Zebra set. 4 boilers online. Max speed 32 knots. Electric plant split. All fire pumps online.
Very well.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 350. Range 2,600 yards. Bearing steady.
50. Aye, sir.
Ready depth charge. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 349. Range 2,400 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 349. Range 2,400 yards. Very strong propeller noise. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing.
349. Last range 2,200 yards.
Stand by to fire.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc 3042034.
Investigating arc 304 through 034. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 346. Range 1,700 yards.
I'm super quiet because I'm just trying to concentrate. But you could imagine I'm kicking butt right now.
Stand by to fire.
I don't see anything. Yeah, there's nobody
Combat
there.
sonar. Contact.
Oh, you know what?
Able. Now bears 3,
Fire.
5. Range 1,300 yards. Bearing steady.
Stand by to fire. Load illumination rounds. Illuminate. 3, 4, 6.
Course 3, 4, 5. Course 3, 4, 5. Aye, sir.
Load point detonating rounds.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 4, 2. Range 900 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 4, 2. Range 800 yards.
There we go.
Bearing
Close.
steady.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 3, 6. Range 400 yards. Wake on right cut. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 8, 9. Range
Fire 1.
100
too
yards.
early.
Estimated depth shallow.
Fire
Combat
2.
sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing
Fire
2,
3.
8, 9. Last range 100 yards.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
I missed. What y'all bums doing? Come on.
Mountie reporting.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage.
Roger. Antler engaging. All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc. 2, 4, 5. 2, 3, 3, 5. Investigating arc. 2, 4,
We've lost him.
5 through 3, 3, 5. Aye, sir.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc 2, 0, 0 through 0, 2, 0.
Active search 1, 8, 1 through 0, 0, 1. Aye, sir.
I love this Hollywood style music. I'm just waiting for this thing to.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing
shoot.
338. Range 3,100 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing.
338. Range 3,100 yards. I designate contact Baker. Time 8, 6.
Contact Baker now bears 340. Range 2,800 yards. Aye, sir. All engines ahead flank.
All engines
We're
ahead
gonna get
flank.
him.
Aye, sir.
We're gonna get him. Let's go.
Stand by to fire.
It's kind of far. Yeah, I see. Lookouts, binoculars.
Contact Baker now bears 342. Range 2,300 yards.
Stand by to fire. Start tracking contact. Target acquired. Fire. Fire.
Contact Baker now bears 344. Range 1,700 yards.
Stand by to fire.
New course 344.
Fire.
Course 344. Aye, sir.
I'm not within enough yards, but I'm just throwing little pot shots just in case. I'm throwing little pot shots
Fire.
like, bang, I'm gonna get you.
Contact Baker now bears 347. Range 1,000 yards.
Load illumination rounds.
7.
Illuminate. 3, 4, 7. Load point detonating rounds. Fire.
Lost contact. Baker, last bearing 347. Last range 900 yards.
Fire.
Sonar, this is
the captain.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 0, 0, 1. Appears to be. Periscope
Fire 1.
Active search. 2, 7, 0, through 0,
Fire 2.
9, 0.
Aye, sir. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Fire 3. New course. 180.
Course 180. Aye, sir.
Fire
I
1.
know you right under me.
Sonar, combat.
Fire
Investigate
2.
arc 092 through 272.
Combat sonar. Investigate
Fire
arc
3.
092 through 272. Sonar eye.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to new station.
Roger. Antler maneuvering to new station.
I did not mean to move you, Antler, but that's okay. You're lucky I've lost both people.
Fire 1. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Fire 2.
So it's gotta be on my way.
Fire 3. Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 3, 5, 7, 2, 1, 7, 7.
Active search 3, 5, 7 through 1, 7, 7.
Aye, sir. New course. 350.
Course 350. Aye, sir.
Fire 1.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact able. Bearing 138. Range 3,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Fire 2.
Alright, Mountie has sonar contact.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact able. Bearing 136. Range 3,700 yards
Fire
from
3.
Bloodhound.
New course. 136.
Course 136. Aye.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 092. Range 800 yards.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 036. Range 3,200 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 036. Range 3,200 yards. I designate contact Charlie. Time 8:11.
Combat sonar. Contact. Baker.
who's in
now
range?
bears 078. Range 1,000 yards. Combat sonar.
078.
Contact. Baker. Now bears 074. Range 1,000 yards.
Wake on right cut. Combat sonar.
Contact. Baker. Now bears 060. Range 900 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Baker. Now bears 059. Range 800 yards. Bearings drifting left.
Alright, bearing shifting left is good. Forgot exactly what that means. I'm getting closer.
Combat sonar. Contact. Baker. Now bears 058. Range 500 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
058. Let's go. Let's go.
058. Aye, sir.
Stop lining that up. Come on.
Combat sonar. Contact. Baker. Now bears 072. Range 200 yards. Wake on left cut.
We're getting close. We're getting close. I think that is solid. I'm ready.
Combat sonar. Lost contact.
Fire
Baker.
No,
Last bearing. 072. Last range. 200 yards.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Come on. Guess gotta hit Baker. Nothing. Regular damage, yes.
Fire 1. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Alright, make this much more narrow.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 0292119.
Active search. 029.
Fire
Yeah,
2.
1 1.
Let's focus.
9. Aye,
We
sir.
got contact on.
Lost contact. Charlie, last bearing 027. Last range 1,300 yards.
Course 027. Aye, sir.
All engines ahead flank.
All engines ahead flank. Aye, sir.
Alright, we're going after Charlie.
Fire 3.
Oh, Charlie, contact lost.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 164. Range 3,200 yards from Bloodhound.
4. Course 164. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 169. Range 3,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire. Load illumination rounds.
9. Aye, sir.
Illuminate. 1, 6, 9.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Air support over convoy.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Able. Last known at bearing 175. Range 3,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 175. Range 3,000 yards from Bloodhound.
I hit the mic by accident.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 177. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
New course. 177.
Course 177. Aye, sir. Bridge, starboard lookout. Warship, CBDR. Bearing 188. Range
Fire
closing
1.
quickly. I say again, CBDR. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar
Fire
contact.
2.
Able. Bearing 178. Range 2,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Fire 3 depth charges. Shallow pattern. 8.
Course
Bloodhound, this is Mountie.
Aye, sir.
Mountie made a depth charge attack on contact. Able. Unknown results.
Fire 1.
We still got contact?
Bloodhound,
Sonar
this is Antler.
contact.
Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 181. Range 1,700 yards from Bloodhound. Aye, sir.
Doesn't seem like we got contact.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 183.
Fire
Range
3.
1,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Investigating arc. 127 through 217. Aye, sir.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 185. Range 1,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Oh, wow.
Surface
This
radar
far,
has
1,400.
regained contact. Charlie, bearing 350. Range 2,100 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able.
How did A
Bearing
get so far away from him?
188. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 022. Range 6,000 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 022. Range 6,000 yards. I designate contact. Dog. Time 8:18.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 192. Range 1,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Able.
Lost contact. Charlie, last bearing 352. Last range 2,000 yards.
Roger. Mountie engaging.
Bridge, port lookout, warship, CBDR, bearing 1-7.
This is aim left.
6.
Relax.
Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 206. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Attack.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 261. Appears to be periscope feather.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 280. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Roger. Mountie attacking contact. Able.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. You're cleared to
Fire
engage.
1. Roger. Mountie engaging.
Fire 2. Ready. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 332. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 333. Appears to be periscope feather.
New course 333. Course 333. Aye, sir. Fire 1.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 348. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
348. Aye, sir. All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Fire 2. Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able, bearing 005. Range 400 yards
Fire
from
3.
Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 011. Range Fire 100 yards. Active search 284 through 014. Aye, sir. Fire 2. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 028. Range 200 yards. Strong propeller noise. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Come on, come on.
Fire 3. Fire 1. Ready depth charges. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Fire 2. Now bears 026. Range 100 yards. Bearing steady. Fire 3026. Course 026. Aye, sir. Surface radar has regained contact. Baker, bearing 356. Range 1,800 yards. Surface radar has regained contact. Charlie, bearing 002. Range 2,200 yards.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 326. Range 100 yards. Contact
Fire
increasing
3.
depth.
Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search. 302.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 262. Range 100 yards. Strong propeller noise.
Lost contact. Baker, last bearing 356. Last range 1,700 yards. Surface radar has regained contact. Baker, bearing 003. Range 1,500 yards.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears
245. Range 200 yards. Strong propeller noise. Active search 302 through 032. Aye, sir. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Fire 1. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 233. Range 300 yards.
Remaining escorts. The enemy has sunk all the merchant ships in the convoy. Our
Damn.
mission is a failure. Stand by for new orders to sail west for reassignment.
Well, as you can see, I'm hella trash, but I had a lot of fun. Catastrophic defeat. And we sunk not a single U-boat. Dang. Alright. Folks, that was Destroyer the U-Boat Hunter, and I was hunted by the U-boat. I did not do any hunting. I mean, I did. I suck miserably, but I had a lot of fun. It was very tense. During the tutorial, I could talk, but during the actual thing, I'm like, I'm too busy concentrating and getting my bearings together, which that's where that comes from. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. No, wait, that's not how I ended. I ended like this. Okay, love you. Bye.